So Raiders, let me ask you something here. When you drop into a solo raid in Ark Raiders, what are you actually afraid of? Is it the Ark? The machines? Their patrol routes? Their overwhelming numbers in some circumstances? Or is it something else entirely? Another player maybe? Someone watching you from a distance? Someone deciding whether to help you or put a bullet in your back? Because right now, one of the biggest debates in the Ark Raiders community is this. Should PvP exist in solo lobbies? Should solo be a pure PvE experience where every death is your own fault, every mistake is yours alone, and every success is earned through mastery?
Bro, this is a
the
PvP game.
Or does removing PvP strip away the very thing that makes the game feel alive in the first place?
Right, that's the whole point.
The unpredictability, the human element. And here's the truth of the matter and debate. There isn't a simple answer because both sides of this argument are right.
What?
And in this video,
Bro, what?
I want to break this down properly. Not just opinions here, but real examples, real player behaviour, and even then the psychology behind why players feel the way they do. And by the end of this video, I then want you to decide what kind of game Ark Raiders should actually be. So let's start with something simple. An example. 2 players, same map, same objective, same starting loadout, but 2 completely different experiences. First scenario, you drop into a solo raid and it's quiet. Maybe too quiet, but as you move through the map, scanning the sky for Ark patrols, you spot a snitch. Track its pattern, wait for the right moment, take the shots, clean and efficient. You feel completely in control, and then you see them. Not a machine, but another raider. Now everything changes because Ark behaviour is predictable, it's codified, but players are not. You don't know if they've seen you, if they're friendly, if
that's
they're
what makes
desperate,
the game so good.
or if they're already
Chat, I'm not gonna lie, that's what makes the game so good, bro. When you just step out there and you just doing your own little task, your objective, you got your whole game plan while you there, or maybe you don't. You just out and about, just trying to play the game. But then you see that raider, the unpredictable raider. You don't shoot.
positioning to line up a shot at you. And this is where something important happens because your brain shifts from pattern recognition to threat anticipation. And this is actually tied to a psychological concept known as uncertainty-based stress response. Now, humans experience higher tension when outcomes are unpredictable, not when they are difficult, but when they become unknown. And PvP introduces exactly that. Now, let's say the player approaches you. They don't shoot on this example, but they wave. You hesitate a little, but you trust them. You decide to risk that trust. You move together, take down several Ark units as a team. You share the loot, you cover each other's backs. And for a moment, there's something rare which occurs in the gaming space.
The back door.
Emergent cooperation. Completely unscripted interaction which can only exist because the game allows betrayal in the first place. Because here's the truth. Trust only has value if it can be broken in the first place.
Yep.
Now let's imagine the opposite outcome.
That's
Same
true.
Scenario.
That's true. He said something really important there. This game is literally like about trust though too at the same time. 'Cause it's like, bro, the trust ain't that value if it can't be broken. So like, it's just like you just sitting there and you just thinking like, damn, I just did all this with this raider. I wonder if he want to exfil me. That suddenly that raider gets to the exfil. He says, you know what? I want all the goop, and he just kills you too. It's like, damn, no morals. So it's like this game puts you on like a do I trust him or just don't never trust him, like hamster wheels. It's like you going it's like a yin and yang thing, you know.
Same player, but this time they shoot you. You lose everything. And this is where the argument against PvP begins then. Same player,
Yep.
same map, same arc engagement.
It
But
begins
this
with
time,
it begins with the trust. Like once you lose trust in a player, you start thinking like, damn, why this game can't just be PvE? I don't really think that. I just think that it was my turn. It was my time. Shit, that player when he took an opportunity, I should have like sniffed it out of him. You know, it's like a game of mafia. It's like The Walking Dead. If you think about it, though, just look at The Walking Dead. How many times they snaked each other on that TV show, or like any or like any TV show where they be snaking each other. Like, just look at it. It's a game of mafia, bro. It's like Among Us. That's the perfect example. I think everybody played Among Us, bro. The Arc Raiders is basically Among Us, bro. Like the psychology of people working together and stuff. You gotta look at it like that, like Among Us. Like, bro, this person could be just helping me just to rat me out. You know, like you
and
gotta
you
think
know
about
something.
that. People don't think about
No
that
one
hard
can
enough.
kill you
That's why they get
except
Reddit.
the arc. And
This
immediately
game does
your
teach people
behavior
about
shifts.
snake stuff.
You move more confidently. You
It's
take
education.
more risks. You engage more arc units at once, for example. You're not considering even the noise that you are making, or the open sight lines around you, or where players may peek from to take a shot at you.
Yeah.
You can also experiment, and then you learn. And this taps into something called competence-based progression. It's a core concept in player psychology. When failure is clearly tied to your own decisions, then learning becomes accelerated. You begin to master the arc patrol patterns, the weak points, movement timing, and even optimal extraction routes. And over time, you reach a point where success feels almost guaranteed. And this is where a different problem begins to appear, because once systems become predictable, they become optimizable. And once they become optimizable, they eventually become routine. And routine kills tension.
Routine does kill tension.
Now, with those examples aside, if you spend any time reading discussions across various player communities in this game, then you'll notice something interesting. The divide isn't simplified just about PvP or PvE. It always comes down to what players value most. So on the players who support PvP, these players often talk about tension and unpredictability, meaningful interactions. They don't just merely want to survive the arc, they want to survive everything. Many people describe moments where a stranger helped them escape, a fight turned into an alliance, a betrayal created a memorable story. Now, these are not system-driven experiences, they are player-driven narratives, and those moments are incredibly powerful for retention.
Yes,
Mostly
indeed.
because they are unique and they cannot be repeated. And this completely plays into the very design philosophy which Embark have taken on board too. They have openly stated they learned a significant amount about player retention from the finals. And it's not a groundbreaking concept that a gaming
Yeah, I never played the finals, but like that's key to like player retention. I definitely can agree with that. I definitely do think and believe that Arc Raiders can be like a outstanding game if they focus on player retention. You know, I feel like it can like reach different limits. You know, maybe even higher than what Call of Duty like than did. You know, and that's kind of pushing it. You know, they probably gonna need like a story mode for that. You know, a banging ass story mode for the casual players and stuff like that too. They need something else for the casual player. They probably just need like a little like hub or something like that. And you know, but like this is like a hardcore game though. At the end of the day, like once you get like to a certain skill level in this game, it's gonna like a lot of my friends they don't even like PvP. They don't like PvPing. Like people I play like other PvP games with, like Dead by Daylight, they don't even like the PvP on Arc Raiders, which doesn't make any sense. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's like they get mad when they try to like fight matriarchs and stuff like that. They're trying to fight matriarchs, the queen fights, or just trying to just go fight something huge, some huge arc, and then they get shot down by other players who's PvPing or just out hunting for goop. And sometimes, and the people like hunt people for goop. Like you just can't, like it's it's not fair to blame the players that's trying to like hunt people for goop. You know, it's not fair. I mean, it sounds good, but it's not fair because at the end of the day, that's how the developers made the game, bro. That's how you're supposed to play the game. You're supposed to go kill other raiders, take their goop. Like whatever the other raiders doing, I mean, that's up to you if you want to like have some kind of like heart or whatever, and say, oh, I don't want to kill a guy with a Hulk cracker. But see me on the other hand, I'm gonna like take that Hulk cracker home and I'm gonna sell it. Like I don't care what he's doing. I'm playing the game too. He gotta defend himself. Maybe he should have brought a Toro in the Hulk cracker. Maybe he can defend himself better. Who knows? That's not our fault. I think that's why the game is so split when it comes to PvE versus PvP. No, the game is PvP versus PvP. It's both. It's player versus computer. Player versus player versus computer. Player versus player versus computer. That's how it is, bro. That's how that's how the game needs to be, and it creates this like the people creates the narrative, and then the arts create this chaos. It creates this chaos that sometimes you don't expect either when the people involved. Cause like it just adds on to what the people doing in the game, bro. The game is really mostly PvP if you think about it, though, bro. The arcs are just like for us to just like get some goop from, get some goop, and story driven. It's the whole reason why everything messed up in the first place, the art. So but I don't think that should be the main focus, though. Like, I don't think it's the main focus, but I think they can do both. Both can be the main focus. The Raiders, because the Raiders is the people and the humans in the world is more important than the robot, obviously, because we the ones who created the robot. So like, I think it's an outstanding balance right there what they doing. I think they doing a great job. I don't think it needs to be more PV and more PvP. No, they just gotta keep updating the game in a fashion where it's gonna remain as a player versus computer. It's just that simple. I don't even understand why even people even
Design
like
studio is
just
trying
stop
to
playing the
crack the
game
code on
if
this.
you don't want to
More
fight people.
retention
Because
ultimately means more
I'm
income
sliding
through
every
the
day.
game's lifespan.
I'm sliding every day, bro.
And then on the other side, you have players who value
Good
something
luck trying
different.
to fight your.
They talk about
Good luck trying to fight your matriarchs and stuff. I promise you, if I catch you, I promise you, I'm finna start sliding one like my team I was playing with today. Once we start like sliding to these matriarch fights, bro, y'all better start handing y'all stuff because we coming to kill the whole lobby.
fairness,
We
progression,
treating it like
and
it's war
control.
zone, like it's a battle royale.
For
We trying to
them,
kill everybody.
PvP introduces frustration, loss of progress, unpredictability that feels punishing rather than exciting, including a layer of toxicity within the community.
It does
And this
feel
ties
punishing when you
into
lose
another
your goop.
psychological concept we've previously discussed on the channel: loss aversion. Humans feel the pain of losing something.
I only feel bad when I just gain, like, say I come in with a free kit and I just like gain a couple of items, a couple of like maybe a Toro 4 and I probably gain that's some like Toro 4 or Aerial 4 or something stupid like that, and I just lose it to like I don't know a third party. It just feels like fuck, like I'll just lose it, and like that's just how the game goes. There's other teams that are hunting.
Much more strongly than the satisfaction of gaining something else. So when a player spends 30 minutes in a raid total collecting items, only then to be killed by another player, that loss becomes significant, even if the game is working exactly as
It's the time.
intended.
Yeah, the time makes the loss way worse for sure.
Another major argument then against PvP is the toxicity point, and this one becomes complicated because PvP doesn't automatically create toxicity, but it does create competitive tension. And when you combine that competition, the loss, and anonymity, you increase the likelihood of negative behaviour. However, removing PvP doesn't eliminate the toxicity. It could be argued that it would just simply change its form and present itself in an entirely different way within the community. Instead of player conflict, you get frustration with systems, complaints about difficulty, disengagement when content becomes repetitive. So the question here isn't does PvP create toxicity, it becomes a question of what kind of tension.
Bro, that's literally why I started PvPing, bro. When I started playing Arc Raiders, bro, I was just PvEing really only. Like we'd have some situations where we'd fight a raider or whatever, but my friend, he wanted the PvE so bad. You know, he kept telling me like not to be aggressive towards the players because we're gonna be in fighting PvP people or whatever. So I continue doing that, just trying to maintain my aggression or whatever. And then once I reached after like a week or two, I just reached a certain point where it was like I don't even want to fight. I don't want to sit right here and keep just going to a matriarch fight and hoping that I make it back with all this loot. Cause like half the time, sometimes we didn't even make it back. Like with the reactors and stuff. The first like week and a half was pretty decent, but like half the time we wasn't making it back with some of that stuff, bro. Motherfuckers that died, need a defib, other raiders don't pick you up, you know, or you just might die to some rat raiders, bro. Some rats, and that's what they like to call them, rats, bro. Which is some ratty stuff though. If we all trying to have fight, the people I've spoken. Like if we out there fighting a matriarch, it's like 7 16s out there fighting a matriarch or whatever. And this one team pulls up and they just start shooting everybody at their rats because we got a collective group trying to do something positive and y'all just ruining it with negativity by trying to kill everybody instead of helping us fight the matriarch, which is ready activity. But I'm not mad at them for wanting to try attempt to try to kill a team. I'm not mad at that at all.
Do players prefer?
Oh shit.
This creator was caught by surprise with some.
The longevity problem.
Now, this might be the most important point of all. Pure PvE games rely on content updates, new enemy types, new systems.
Mm-hmm.
But PvP introduces something different.
Yeah, it does.
Infinite variability, because players are simply unpredictable. This is why many extraction-based games retain players for longer. Not because the content is bigger or any more complex, but because the interactions are never the same. And without PvP, there is a real risk that players optimise the game too quickly, master the arc too easily, and eventually stop playing. So what can we actually learn and take away from all of this then? Well, PvP isn't just a mechanic in Arc Raiders, and PvE isn't just a preference. They represent two completely different philosophies of game design. Yeah. PvP creates tension, unpredictability, and meaningful player-driven moments, but it also introduces the level of frustration, loss, and emotional volatility that some of you have experienced. PvE, though, creates mastery, fairness, and controlled progression, but it risks repetition, optimization, and eventual disengagement from the game. So the real question here isn't should PvP exist, it evolves into which kind of experience should solo Arc Raiders deliver. Should it be a controlled survival experience where every outcome is merely earned? Or a dangerous, unpredictable world where the biggest threat isn't the machines but other survivors and raiders topside? Because right now, Arc Raiders is trying to balance both, and that balance might be the most important decision that Embark ever make. Now I'm really interested to hear where you stand on this. Do you think PvP belongs in solo lobbies, or should solo be a pure PvE experience?
Yes. Yes, bro. We should definitely have PvE and solo and PvP and solo. Like, they both should stay in there together, bro. Like, it's literally what makes Arc Raiders game. It separates them from like every other game out there, bro. It's literally what makes the game so fun, bro. The fact that like I'm annoyed by these pops pulling up and these arcs pulling up to me. Like, as much as I complain and cry about these arcs, it makes the game low key annoyingly fun. Like I don't know no other way to explain it. It's like horrifyingly fun. Like it gives it that horror aspect of like just surprise. Like it's just full of surprises, bro. It's unpredictable, bro. It's like no matter how hard I train and fight on this game, something like strange is just gonna happen, bro. Like the arcs might do something weird, hit a backflip, land, and still alive, and shoot fire at me or some shit. Like a pop hiding in a corner, didn't hear nothing for all this time. As soon as I loot a body, a pop fly out, pop me. Then a team pushes. Then that team gets third party. Then that team gets third party. Like what the heck? Like the art grade is full of that, bro. Like, but they do need to step it up with like the big boss fight arcs, though. I think that's what it is. We need like big boss fight arcs, and we do definitely need a arc that like I don't know, like maybe people want to see like a different like type of shape art other than like the balls and like the flying like wasps looking arcs. They want to see something different. I say make like a miniature, like not miniature. I mean, make a medium tick or something like that. Maybe make a taller tick that'll jump on you or something, but they easy to probably kill. Like just like a tick, they just a little taller. Maybe they can make something like that just walks around, bro. That'd be kind of funny, bro. Like an actual medium like size, like a human sized tick that walks around and it just like can just jump on you. And she put like a few of those on the map, maybe, or some shit like that. And then they got the one that probably shoots fire or something like that, or they got the one that shocks you. Like, oh my god, like that was like that, like man, bro. I don't even want to get them ideas because I can already see where this is going.
Embark include both in a toggle type fashion and system where it becomes an optional way to play. Let me know your thoughts in the comments because I'll be reading through as many responses as I can because this is one of those topics where the community genuinely shapes the future of the game. And of course, if you enjoy deeper breakdowns like this, where we go beyond surface level opinion and actually explore how these systems affect player behaviour, then consider subscribing to the channel. Arc Raiders isn't just about surviving the surface after all. It's about understanding the systems that lay behind it. So until the next one then, Raiders, I'll see you topside.
Damn, what a good video, chat. Guess we'll see him on topside. Yeah, that was a good video. Subscribe, give him a like. His name is DAZ. Look at some of the comments. He said, I wanted having a couple or even a few more safe pockets on islands would ease the frustration of hard work topside if murdered just before extraction. I say the safekeeper should have more admins, bro. I feel like the safekeeper should definitely put that in the comments. I feel like the safekeeper should have one more safe pocket instead of one more safe pocket instead of one. I don't know. I had the urge to comment back to this guy. I had the urge to comment because I do feel like the safekeeper is like it's really good for like if you want to just actually bring a gun back. Because most of the time people just want to bring a gun back, bro. They just want to see what it feels like to bring a gun back and then be able to use it later on, whether they lose it or not. It just feels good to bring just knowing you bring something back like of value. I've got this guy right here. He's saying, think of it like this. This is a real. If this was real life with PvP and PvE, and PvE is. Wait, what? I think of it like this. Of this real life, there will be PvP and more, and PvE is balanced. You can't have war without peace. This game is amazing. Exactly, bro. I play free lobbies 99% of the time, but the PvP element and attention when meeting a stranger does keep it interesting. It does, bro. Knowing that somebody will smoke your dumb ass, like, you thinking shit sweet out here. It's somebody out here that wants your goop, bro. PvP doesn't belong in our graders. Nigga does PvE. Niggas just say anything. I agree. As a friendly player, the PvP potential interaction adds attention, unpredictability. It keeps it random, also retains your replayability. Removing the PvP, even in solos, will allow the game to stagnate. And as you mentioned, will become very boring for a lot of player base. Without Embark adding a lot of new different ways of keeping the game fresh. Yeah, I hope they don't add any PvE only elements. Nah, I hope they start adding like more guns though. Like I don't know, like twice a year add 2 new guns or something like that. Some new attachments, some crazy shit. A flamethrower, like I don't know. I want to see something crazy, you know, some bizarre, some more bizarre guns, like a flamethrower. Since they like fire so much, and fire works really well in this game. Shit, a flamethrower. Shit, I want to see a goddamn it, maybe a flame grenade or some shit. A grenade that just explodes or some shit, and then it's fire. Maybe some Molotovs or some shit. Like I don't know. They already got blaze grenades, so they don't need no Molotovs. But like I don't know. But I mean, maybe you can get a different variant of the Molotov and it does something even different. I don't know. But like I don't know what I'm thinking about fire. Make an ice gun shit. Fuck something that freeze player shit. They are already fucking with gas and shit that shock. I'm pretty sure we can make something that freeze in the future, right? But I don't know, man. This is a double video, man. I'm about done with this.